I'm Michael Penn. I'm the president of the Shingetsu News Agency. I'll be your host for today for as long as the batteries all hold out and the memory. Here's the media. This guy here, he's a regular professional photographer. I see him at many political events. So this will probably be in all the newspapers tomorrow. And probably on the newscasts tonight. Okay. Here's a no nukes or die t-shirt.
Yes.
なぜ今日が来ましたか?
安倍許せない。
Okay, he says he cannot forgive Abe, or he can't permit him.
安倍ファシスト。
He's a fascist, he says. So, 国民は今から何の活動がいいですか? So, 国民が今から何をするいいですか?
デモです。
はい。
デモ行進で、ドラム叩いたりとか、ラップで踊ったり、プラカードで安倍やめろというふうにこれから出かけます。
All right, so I asked him what the people should do, and he says there'll be beating of drums and there'll be placards for calling for Abe to resign. And things of that nature.
その後、新宿の駅前で、凱旋デモンストレーションをマイクでやります。で、駅の人たちに、安倍やめろと呼びかけます。
Okay, so he says there will be a demonstration of people calling for Abe to resign in front of the station, Shinjuku Station. Let me get my monopod here. The sun is kind of hitting right at me, aren't we? So I better get in the shade a little bit so we get a better picture. I wonder why it's blurry. All right, I guess when I stop, it gets better. Why today? I don't know. I guess probably because it's a Sunday and people have gotten upset with all the scandals recently. I think that would be a good question as to why today, a good answer. This woman here is a reporter for Akahata, which is the Japanese Communist Party's newspaper. Oh, and this guy's calling for true democracy, Iwakami Journal. So Iwakami-san no fan desu ka? So Iwakami is an independent journalist who does a lot of work through the internet. One of the most successful of Japan's internet journalists. Here's Tokyo Against Fascism shirt. All right. So, message arimasu ka, Sakae?
Anti-fascist.
Okay, his message to the world is we're against fascism. Alrighty. Here's another anti-fascist shirt. Hi. Sakae no message arimasu ka? Okay, he says he has no special message for the people, but maybe his shirt is the message. What do you think? All right, thank you. I think I'm getting better picture quality here in the shade area. I see some English signs over here. Let's go check them out. Okay, it says change the Prime Minister. Hi. So, なぜ安倍が良くないですか?
我々の気持ちを全然反映しない。自分の気持ちばっかりで突き進んでて、民主主義を無視してるから。
Alright, he says that Abe ignores democracy. He only does what he wants to do, and he doesn't listen to the people.
Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Tokyo.
You living here?
Yes, I'm a journalist here in Tokyo.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yep. So my name's Michael. Hello. Nice
Roy.
to meet you. There's a shaking hand. All right.
Yeah. We are against Abe.
We're against
Prime Minister.
And why are you against Abe?
He's now in Europe, traveling around Belgium, Germany, and some other countries. You know what's happening in Kyushu Island?
Right.
So a lot of people are dying and missing, and he is enjoying the tour.
Exactly.
Can you imagine that? You look at you're from America, right?
I am.
Okay, Mr. President Obama fly back to, where was it? Italy. There was a disaster.
Bush?
No.
Mr. Obama. I think there was big typhoon hit the
Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah,
that was Bush.
Was Bush? Yeah. And he came back. He came to, I think, to Missouri when he was president. I think he flew back. That's even not. This is Mr. Abe should do. He should have he went back here just right away and they organized the team to help the people. You know what I mean?
I understand. In an emergency, you come back and
that's right. That's what I'm saying.
All right. So, any final message for the world?
Thank you.
The majority of Japanese people is against Mr. Abe's policy, so let them quit.
All right, thank you for your time. All right, there's a drum going there. Hi. メッセージありますか？はい。世界へのメッセージありますか？
メッセージですか？
はい。
これがメッセージで。
はい。So, Yamero, you want Prime Minister Abe to quit?
Yeah.
なぜ?
He's a dictator. He's a fascist and ultra right wing, and he doesn't care about people.
I see. So, わかりました。
And he tried to destroy the constitution. Yeah. That's absolutely wrong.
わかりました。All right. So thank you very much. どうも。
Welcome.
And we're going along the edges here a little more. This is the March for Truth. This is being held in Shinjuku Central Park, Shinjuku Chuo Koen. I'm Michael Penn. This is the Shingetsu News Agency broadcast of the event. Here we're in the smokers areas. Hello, there's the smokers. Hello.
Hello.
All right, let's get out of the smoker area. And this is the back side of where people are gathering. Looks like we have some people with guitar and music being prepared here. And some young people. When they advertised it, they said it will be family friendly. So, let me show you a little bit of a wide angle here. What do we got here? Chobozai. Hi. Okay. So he's concerned about the recent conspiracy law, which was passed forcefully by the ruling party about a few weeks ago. It's a very interesting display that one guy here, we'll get close to him, he's wearing a Spider-Man outfit for some reason. Let me find out what that's about. Okay, here's our Spider-Man guy. Let's see what he's doing.
パーティーグッズのショップで、トランプさんもあるしね。
なぜスパイダーマンですか？
目立つように。
あ、そうですか。はい。
どうせね立つんだったら、毎朝ステンデングをしてるんですけど、目立たないと話になります。普通のおじさんの格好じゃダメ。
I see. And これは何ですか？
これは。He is not our prime minister. His name is Shinzo Abe. But we don't want such prime minister.
And 基本的に彼の一番大きい問題は何ですか？
安保法制というね、アメリカと一緒に戦争できる法律を、憲法違反の法律を作ったということが、最大の犯罪行為ですね。その他にもいっぱいありますけど。
All right. He says there are many problems with Prime Minister Abe, but his main concern is the war legislation, which was passed in the summer of 2015, which allows the government to participate in military action together with the United States. So, he wants to defend the pacifist constitution. Hello, how you doing?
It's okay.
Yeah, we're going live here. Any message for the people?
No.
All right. So, fellow journalists are on site. Abe is over. Let's find out what she has to say. Hi. Abe is over desu ka? If you want it. So, 何の意味ですか?
あなたが望めば安倍は終わる。安倍の政治は終わりますね。
So, なぜ終わりたいですか?
みんなが思ってるから。
I see. All right. So she basically says that they want his regime to be over. So we are here at the March for Truth, being held in Shinjuku Central Park. This is the Shingetsu News Agency reporting from on site, but there's lots of other journalists here as well. Looks like, as you can see, given the crowd here, we're still, some good few minutes before it all begins. So looks like it's going to be many hundreds of people. Oh, let's see, you've got a big sign here. Hold on here. I don't want to get in the way of this guy's photo here. All right, there we go. So it's Tokyo against fascism. So it does seem to be a message that many of the people here believe in. Main reason why they're here. Abe is a public enemy. Fight together with chivalry. Let's see. Now this is referring to an incident where somebody was raped by a journalist who's close to the Prime Minister. And this is a big political issue as well. Extraordinary journalist. And who was it? FCCJ no Iken ga atta. No, anata to dareka. Oh, it's Hyakuta.
Ah, yes. He called me. Leftist.
You're a leftist.
Leftist activist. Hyakuta called me leftist activist.
Oh, there we go. Let's see. We are not Abe. Resist. Unfortunately, we're standing a little bit towards the sun. Getting a little too much sun. Hi, domo. Okay, and here is Mr. Tanaka going for the good photographs. So he's an internet journalist. He's one of he writes like an article every day in Japanese, of course, and always covering political and other issues. He's even gone to the Middle East sometimes to report. One of the real hardcore journalists here in Japan. Ryusaku Tanaka is his name. And his website is called the Ryusaku Tanaka Journal. Shot. So any questions or anything you want to ask me? I'm now looking at my screen. I can answer anything that you guys want to hear about. mainstream Japanese television getting their shot. Kind of an interesting rig this guy's got here. So here's a sign that says in Japanese, protect constitutionalism. Hello, I see you, Seattle, Washington. Well, here we are in Tokyo, Japan. Oh, there we go. Get out, fascists. Conspiracy law recently was passed, which was not popular with many of these people. So here's a cat calling for Abe to resign. Oh, here we go. Star Wars. Thank you. Be on the other side. Let me move the other side. See what's that? Okay. All right, this side we can probably get a better shot without the sunlight right direct. This law kills you. So that is a reference to which is the conspiracy law that was passed a couple weeks ago. Shingetsu Central Park. There's a very famous building in Shingetsu many of you will recognize. So that says SGI against fascism. SGI is Soka Gakkai International, which is the Buddhist political group behind the Komeito Party. So we see representatives of both the Communist Party and the Komeito Party. And Komeito is actually a member of the ruling coalition. Yes, it's our first day on Periscope. Last night we downloaded the app. And so we're giving it a test today. See how this works as a method of journalism. Oh, thank you for the heart. No Abe. Okay, he says that it's because I love freedom. Abe out. Iso shikiteki konna hito. All right. Yeah, well, as you can see, let me give you another shot of the whole crowd. It's getting pretty big now. I'm going to raise up the camera a bit. guy's shirt here. Yep. Do not tell lies. All right, thank you. So, Abe has recently been caught in a few political scandals, and it's been fairly clear that some of the government statements have not been scrupulously true. Here's the drummer. So that's actually a shirt about the fish market. He wants the fish market to stay in Tsukiji, which is one of the two locations. Your silence will not protect you. Oh, nice shirt. Thank you. Any message, Harimaska? He's not sure what he should say.
Abe wa yamero.
Okay, so he says, Abe quit, Abe quit.
You're right.
All right, Karimashita. Domo. A man of few words. So they're going to start marching, I believe, from around 5:30. Because I have this camera on, I myself don't actually know what time it is right now. But I imagine it's got to be getting fairly close to 5:30. Oh, this is an interesting one here. There's somebody talking about trade issues. Ah, okay, this is Zen Roren. This is the Communist Party affiliated. So this is against the trade agreement with the European Union, and these are labor union affiliated people here. Are there ramifications for providing this media? Well, if you mean ramifications to me, probably not, because I've been doing this for about 7 years. And they haven't crushed me yet. But I'm trying new technology. So, you know, this live streaming the news is not something I've done before. What I usually do is I film with my camera, and then I go back to the editing room and do all my editing. And everything's kind of carefully controlled. But this time I'm trying something different to see if it works as a better way. I will probably put up highlights on Facebook, on YouTube later. There's a pretty unequivocal message. Okay. Here's the Asahi TV people. So mainstream media is also here for this one. So oftentimes the mainstream Japanese media ignores these kinds of events. But right now, with the approval ratings of the government having gone down, they seem to be willing to come out to these kinds of events. And plus, it looks like a large one. There's the police. So they will be making sure that people obey the traffic rules when they do their marching. That's usually what the main thing that they'll be doing.
皆さん、浜から声出していきましょうね、今日ね。雨雨よって言ってみましょう。雨雨よって言ってこう。雨雨よって、みんなで浜から声出して、雨雨よって声出していきましょう。杉並区金子健太郎議員いらっしゃいました。金子健太郎議員いらっしゃいましたら前まで。
All right, apparently there's a member of the National Diet, a lawmaker who's here. This is the front end of the park, so people will be marching out from here soon. So here's the forming the lines. Of course, the sun coming right at the camera. It's not a very good shot, unfortunately. They also have a truck which playing music across the street, so that'll probably be in front of the marchers. Here's TV Tokyo. Security guards of some kind. does it say on their hats? We are security professional group. Okay, that's what it says on the hats. Let me get here more in the shade where shots are a little bit better. Not to mention, it's a very hot summer day here, very humid. So this is the March for Truth. For those of you who are just joining us, held in Shinjuku Central Park, and then shortly it'll be marching out onto the streets, heading towards Shinjuku Station, and then other locations in Shinjuku before it disbands in about an hour or so. So again, anybody have any questions? I'm now looking at the screen. Open any questions that anybody might have. Sometimes when I'm walking around, I can't see the screen, so I think a few people might pass things that I missed. This is our initial inaugural broadcast. Well, the march looks like it's beginning, so I better get moving. Alright, so I'm going to be, from here we'll be marching. You probably won't be able to look at the screen as much, so sorry if I don't react to your comments. So basically, you know, we can build our audience. There are other events going on in Japan, lots of interesting news events. And if people do watch these live streams, then they will be motivated to do that. So they're saying, Abe wa yamero. Abe quit. Abe quit. Abe quit. This is what's going on. This is the March for Truth being held in Tokyo, Japan, and these people want the Prime Minister of Japan to resign. Yes, I've been translating some of the signs. I'll continue to do so. A lot of them just say Abe quit, or Abe is a fascist, or, you know, bring back democracy. These are the kinds of things. Some of them are in English, like, do not tell lies, change the Prime Minister. So essentially, what's uniting these people is that they feel that the Abe administration has damaged democracy in the country, and they want to see it gone. That's the main issue of this protest. They call it the March for Truth because they think that the government has been telling a lot of lies about various issues. So I'm just kind of walking along here with the head group. There's quite a few behind. So I'm going to raise up the camera a moment so you can see, get a more of a panoramic view. Representative kind of message for the protest. And the media, as here, is both the independent media. Thank you. Both the independent media and the mainstream media is for this one here too. So anybody in Japan who turns on your broadcast tonight, you're probably going to see it on all the main stations, at least 20 seconds or so on their reports. So now we're marching generally in the direction of Shinjuku Station, we just left from Shinjuku Central Park. So what they're saying now is they're against the conspiracy bill, or now it's conspiracy law. So they're comparing it to the pre-war peace preservation laws, which were used to oppress the people. They don't want Japan to return to the pre-war militarism era. Okay, I'm going to move off to the side here. I think it's probably a mix of left-wing groups and people who are, anti-Abe after 4.5 years of his government. So, a lot of cat pictures tells you that you're in Japan. Yeah, this one tells us that there's some people from Soka Gakkai affiliated with Soka Gakkai. Hey. I like that one. We never shut up. Let's see if the guy's taking a picture now. Hold on. I'm in a place I can watch the screen again, so if you have a question. They're saying protect peace, protect freedom. We cannot forgive, we cannot permit Abe politics. That's a very usual sign for a couple years now. Resign now. This one here is about Okinawa. It says don't build a base in Okinawa, which is where they want to build a U.S. Marine Air Base, which many people are against. Oh. Hello? Good. So you tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Pierre-Emmanuel from France, and I'm covering for Russia Today.
Okay, Russia Today.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Russia Today. Are you a regular Russia Today guy?
No, normally I take picture for SIPA Press.
Uh-huh.
I'm regularly for SIPA Press, but sometimes they ask me, so.
All right, well, welcome. I'm glad somebody has a regular job, more or less.
I seen your new website.
Oh,
It's nice.
Thank you.
I like it. I was watching yesterday the video about guerrilla journalists.
Oh, you watched that?
Yeah,
Actually,
on YouTube.
very few people watched it so far.
I did
But I want to. It's the 4th episode, and we're hoping to do a lot more with that program.
It's nice what you are doing.
Thank you.
Well,
Well,
go
glad
back.
somebody's watching. Yeah, let's
See you
go
soon.
cover it. I guess there's still more groups coming.
Yeah.
I'll wait here for a little bit.
Yeah, I'll try to catch that.
All right.
Bye.
See you in a bit. So I'm just going to wait here for a moment. There's still lots of groups to come by, many hundreds of people. Yes, it is my first scope for the Shingetsu News Agency. Any advice? I'm still trying to figure out this technology. All right, thank you. You know, when I go out to these news events, I have to figure out how I'm going to cover them. And, you know, with cameras, there's now several options. Usually I would go with one of my DSLR cameras and take it, you know, more professionally and hopefully, you know, maybe sell it later or something like that, or use it for a more normal video package. But this time I'm trying something new. All right, we got these drummers. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to walk in front of these drummers for a while. I'll be walking backwards as I shoot them. So I'll have trouble, you know, seeing the screen here. Let me get a couple shot of them, and I'll move out in the street in front of them. So what they're saying is, Abe quit. get a little space here. All right. Looks like there's a place for me to stand over here. All righty. There's my space. I'll stand here for a minute. So, for those of you who joined us late, this is the March for Truth in Shinjuku, Tokyo. My name is Michael Penn. I'm the president of the Shingetsu News Agency. We're here covering it for you today. for a red light up ahead. So I'm going to go get a little bit more frontward position, back towards the drummers again. Some Mario in somebody's head there. the next group. There are still a couple groups back behind. Many hundreds of people are out in this protest today. This is the March for Truth. It's being held in Shingetsu district of Tokyo. This is the Shingetsu News Agency's live stream of the events. This is the quieter end of the protest. Abe wa yamero. Abe quit. Abe quit. All right, you see they're wearing a Kona Hitotachi. So this was recently when Abe was confronted by protesters, he called them these people or those people. And so they're saying we're some of those people, the ones who want Abe to go. I cover a lot of protests in Japan, but this is one of the larger ones. So you see people wearing number 9 shirts. That's referring to Article 9 of the Japanese Constitution, which says that the country will never maintain military power that could be used to fight a war. And so what they're saying is they don't like the destruction of the pacifist policies that Japan has maintained since the end of World War II. So a lot of these people want to protect the Constitution, and their main complaint against Abe is that he's destroying the constitutional government. And they worry that he wants to take the country back to pre-war militarism. They're saying now, Usotsuki iranai, we don't need liars, referring to the Prime Minister. We don't need liars. They say Prime Minister Abe should resign not only as Prime Minister, but also he should resign from the National Diet, Parliament. Oh, here's some with a cat mask. Let's get a good shot of that one. We're on the quieter end of the protest here. Up in front they have a lot more drums and noise. But back here are kind of probably the people who don't protest very often. See, they even kind of lost their energy to chant back in this part. We don't need Abe. We don't need Abe. We don't need a lying Prime Minister. Abe quit. Abe quit. That's what they're saying. I think there are still groups coming back behind. So I haven't seen any of the, I was up with the first two groups up until now. So let's see how far back behind the next group is. I think there's at least two more groups coming. So this is the Shinjuku district of Tokyo. See up ahead is the Shinjuku station area. Looks like quite a distance between now and the next group, doesn't it? I still don't even see them over there. In the meantime, now we have a quiet moment. Does anybody have any questions? I can look at the screen at the moment so I can answer your questions. I see we've been broadcasting for a little over an hour now. I sure hope the memory on my phone can take it. That could be a media helicopter, I guess. Looks a little large. Sumimasen. Moto kimasu ne? Huh? Moto kimasu. Mada kimasu. Okay. So this guy confirms that there are still more groups to come. Somebody asked why was Abe re-elected? Well, I mean, obviously opinions in the country are divided. There are some people who think he's the best prime minister available. And another problem is that the opposition parties have been very weak. They haven't been able to unite on policy, and they don't have a leader that people have a great deal of confidence in. So I think a lot of people have been voting for Abe because they figure, well, you know, he's really the only one. And that's kind of what the polls show a lot of times. It's that they vote for him because they figure he's the only real option. And of course there is some portion of the public, let's say 20 or 30%, which more or less believes in what he believes in. I guess while we're waiting, I can show you some street scenes here in Shinjuku. So here's a SoftBank store, and some people out are wearing Yahoo shirts, trying to get people to come into their store. Here's the other direction. Again, I'm free to answer any questions right now before the next group comes. So if anybody has anything they want to hear about, let me know. So, なぜ
日本の警察はデモを細かく切るんですよ。はい。管理しやすいから。はい。外国のデモでバーって一緒にしちゃうんですよ。わかりました。そういうのやればいいんだけど。日本の警察がそれを許さないから。わ
かりました。So what he's saying is that the Japanese police require them to break up into groups of a certain size in order to make it better able to control. Oh, okay, well, however, here comes the next group finally. Thank you for waiting, those few of you who did. So we got a truck with music playing on the truck. these are people calling for a raise in the minimum wage. So in the United States, you know how they're talking about a $15 minimum wage. Well, these guys want basically the same amount here, which is 1,500 yen minimum wage. Oh, and this group is actually a pretty famous new youth protest group. Economic focus group here. I'm going to scoot in towards the end of this group. It's not the last group. People are looking backwards. So I'm looking at my screen again if anybody has any questions. This is the March for Truth. It's marching through the Shinjuku area of Tokyo. This is the Shingetsu News Agency's report. I'm Michael Penn, president of the Shingetsu News Agency. Oh, we got Jimi Hendrix. What's a good protest march without Jimi Hendrix? area here. You know what? I see the next group back behind, so I'm going to wait for them. Constitution modification going ahead. Oh, the revision of the Constitution? Well, Prime Minister Abe says that he wants to have the ruling party have a plan for revising the Constitution by the end of the year, and he wants to pass it by 2020. But with his recent election loss in Tokyo and with his approval ratings going lower, he's going to have more difficulty. But that remains to be seen. Somebody said yes. Well, the answer could be yes, the answer could be no. Abe wants to revise the Constitution, there's no doubt about that. So this next group is coming here. They have a lot of signs with the kanji, which means angry. Ikari. Red sign here. It says rage against fascism, and then the white signs with the single kanji above them, those are the ikari, angry kanji. There's fewer photographers here, so maybe I'll get a few good shots of these guys. I'll get in front of the group and go that way for a little bit, walking backwards. Can't do it for too long because I get tired. And of course it's hard to keep my balance. They're stopped at a red light right now. The right light just went green, so they should start marching here again shortly. Alright, let me get a little bit out into the road. Set up my monochrome a little higher. Sorry about that.
倍はやめろ。安倍はやめろ。安倍はやめろ。安倍はやめろ。安倍はやめろ。安倍はやめろ。安倍はやめろ。安倍はやめろ。安倍はやめろ。安倍はやめろ。安倍はやめろ。安倍はやめろ。
はい、立ち止まらずに進んでください。前に進んでください。
well, thank you for joining us. I'm going to be signing off. It's been an hour and a half now that we've been covering this protest. This is the first live stream by the Shingetsu News Agency. And we're actually going to go over to the Shibuya area now where there's a protest regarding homeless people. So that'll be the second one here on the same day. So thank you for joining us. And now we're going to sign off from Shinjuku Station area. So thank you, and please support the Shingetsu News Agency. We have webpage, we have YouTube, we have social media, so please check us out, Shingetsu News Agency. All right, thank you, and have a good day out there, and fight the fascism. And thank you. Okay, bye-bye.